Tragically, in the winter of 2007 and 2008, there was a tremendous die-off of gharial here on the Chambal River. More than 100 animals died within a very short period of time. We didn't know what was happening. And the government of India reacted and said, well, we need research. We need to find out what's going on. And the only way we can unravel the secrets of gharial, find out why something so tragic happened, is to get right into their lives, into their private lives, by using radio telemetry.
Well, in order to really learn what the animals are doing day to day, we really have to track individual animals. And the best way to do that is to use small radios, which we attach to the animals at the base of the tail. And it allows us to tell where an individual animal is. Each radio has its own signature, its own frequency. And so we can actually follow individual animals. We have to catch them first of all, and gharial, unlike most other crocodilians, can't be baited. You can't get them to come into traps. You have to actually net them. So we are using local people who are skilled in netting. When we actually catch the animal in the net, we usually secure its mouth, we band it. These animals are really powerful, and so they present some real challenges in terms of handling, and they're also big. The radio is actually attached by threading some fishing line just below the scutes. And actually during the whole process, the animals are very docile. They tend not to thrash around. And then once we get them near the water and remove the band, they almost seem like they're coming alive, like they've almost been asleep. And usually they make a mad dash for the water and disappear underwater. But we have them tagged so we can follow them. Those individual animals really tell us what the whole population is doing. We found animals based on the last 5 years of study here that are actually moving 100+ kilometers. Every season, so the gharials move down during the monsoon, the adults anyway, and they move back upstream to the same areas year after year. And so one animal is using a big stretch of river, which is potentially really important because if you're going to keep that animal in the system, it has to have that whole river so that it can move up and down.
The behaviors that we're finding out thanks to using radio telemetry we're revealing secrets of the gharial that we just never imagined before. There are behaviors, for example, of male gharials looking after creches of 1,000 babies at a time and keeping everybody else away, including other gharial, in order to protect them. This is the kind of thing that we didn't imagine before. These are behaviors that have been shown and demonstrated so beautifully in primates, in elephants, other animals. But we're suddenly realizing that crocodilians, and especially the gharial, have fantastically complex behaviors of their own and an intelligence we had not revealed before.
Gharials are very specialized fish eaters, so they pose very little threat to humans. And they're living with humans in this environment in the Chambal. Every day people are coming down to the water, and gharials really don't represent the sort of threat that saltwater crocodiles, for instance, represent. This is probably the last place where gharials are actually living in a free, open river, a dynamic river. It's extremely important that the system stay intact in order to maintain not only the natural world, but also the people living in the natural world.